It's incredible. And let's try it again. All right, so this pretty much sums up 24. I mean, are we looking at this? So what happened is that I didn't wash my hair for days. Oh my gosh, it was awful. So I had to wash my hair. I just was putting it off. And then I had a blemish. So I was like, you know what? Let's just put on my Clarins Intensive Facelift Wrap. I feel like it's my snatched face mask. So I did that. I blew out my hair. I put it in my Velcro rollers. And then I was hoping that the whole point is to get this to go down. I'm not getting like hormonal acne. I'm getting like cystic acne now. I've never had that before. This is so deep. I just don't even know what's going on. So you can see now it's still swollen. I'm going to put a little of my Kate Somerville. This is Eradicate. This is the best stuff. Mario Badescu also has this. You don't want to shake it. It's like a sulfur. It's a 10% sulfur acne treatment. So I'm going to put that on in 1 minute. And then this is the last video of 2024. Can you believe it? I just was thinking when I was getting ready, I was like, this is what 2024 has been it's just been a weird year for me. And just this whole look was basically 2024. I still showed up. I still gave it my best effort, but it wasn't really, I don't know what you want to say. It just wasn't what I wanted it to be, I guess you would say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this. Let's put on a little Eradicate, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to do my makeup, but I am doing something that is so simple, and you're going to totally freak when I show you this beauty treatment that makes you feel so confident, makes you look like you're put together and you've done nothing. And I have examples about this. So let me just dry off my face and we'll get started. So much to catch you up on, all the wellness I've been doing. If you've been on my Instagram, you've seen that I've been doing my higher dose, the infrared sauna blanket. I've been doing lots of baths. I'm really trying to decompress. I've been reading that book, The Rushing Women Syndrome, and it really hit home with me about just how I haven't been prioritizing my health, as I talk about this on the channel all the time, like prioritizing your health and working out, all of the things. But I think that the internal stress has been I think it's caught up with me. And I think I was coasting for the last couple of years on just coffee and cortisol, and it's not great. So you see this is a Q-tip. You just dip it down to the bottom and then you pull it out just like this. You do not shake this. And then you'll see you put it on like this. Now you got to be really careful with this because it will really dry out your skin. So you just have to be very precise with putting this on. This is usually an overnight thing, but I'm just going to see if I can get it to go down like the swelling a little bit. So I wanted to show you this because I didn't get to show you the box with my last video on that fragrance that came, the rose one that a lot of you did buy, and I want to hear if you've bought this perfume from this new company that I showed you, Viero, I think I'm saying it right. It's the most beautiful, sexy rose scent. I love it. So I got Sunray. They sent me this one. This has won awards, and it comes with, is it in here? There's a little, here. There is a little card that it comes with. This is what I wanted to show you with the last one. And it says, for joy and happiness, sunshine bottled, uplifting turmeric leaf and strengthening turmeric root, lemon for positivity, bergamot for clarity, and ginger for self-confidence, layered on calming black pepper and aphrodisiac cardamom, amber, sandalwood, and vetiver bring calm, sensual tranquility. So it has a diamond crystal supercharge in here for extra energy. So it says lift, shift, boom. This is so beautiful. Also, it's different for me, but it's like really fresh. And I've been spraying this. So I'm all about really uplifting fragrances for 2025. And I'm all about really simplicity when it comes to your makeup. So I found I was at I was at CVS. I had to grab some things before our Christmas dinner. We hosted Christmas Eve. We had 27 people that we were hosting. And I wanted to do something a little bit special with my makeup for that evening. And so when I was at CVS, I saw these press-on Ardell lashes. Now, before you even say anything in the comments, like, I can't do it, I'm not good at it, I can't see, please, then this video is not for you, because this, I don't know how we can make this more simple. I don't know how, I mean, we basically can't. We can't, unless a robot puts it on your eyes for you. This is so unreal to me that we have a product like this, because I used to do lash extensions in my treatment room. I did extreme lashes right when lashes just were created. I did them for 14 years. I did one synthetic lash attached to one natural lash 1 millimeter away from the actual lid. And I designed everyone's lash like the way they were going to be. I charged so much for this service, and it's unbelievable that I can get press-on Ardells for $12.99 that lasted. I put these on Tuesday, which was Christmas Eve, and I took them off on Friday because I was getting a massage, and I thought, you know what? They probably aren't supposed to be on for this long, but I wanted to see what they would look like. I didn't do anything special. I washed my face. I didn't wear an iPad that was like a goggle or anything. I just wanted to see if they would last, and they lasted, and they looked so good. And the next day, Christmas Day, I came out and I was on the couch, and my husband goes, "You look really good." I said, "Yes, because I have lashes on." So he noticed right away. And I thought, this is a confidence boost. If you don't like wearing makeup, or if you don't like doing a lot of things, this is the easiest thing to do to boost your mood, to feel good. Like, I literally stayed in PJs for a couple days because I thought, you know what? I want to decompress. I don't want to have to do anything. And I loved it. I watched The Holiday multiple times. I just really relaxed, and I felt great because it was like I had makeup on, but I didn't have makeup on. So we're gonna see it all come together. Let me just put on, I've been using this Clarins, I bought this multi-intensive Jour. It's a super restorative day cream. I actually been using it a little bit at night also. I like to use a caviar spoon. You can get them on Amazon. I just think it elevates your skincare when you're pulling your product out of your jars. So I have really liked this product. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. So I'm going to just moisturize my skin first, because we're going to do, since my eyes are just going to be the lashes, we're going to do the face first, and then we're going to do the lashes. All right, I'm going to just take this off because it's probably the wrong thing to be doing right now. It should be done at night. I'm just trying desperately to make this go down and not be so, I think it just feels worse than it looks. So let's just put on a little bit of moisturizer. I'm going to take my La Mer. This is my Eye Balm Intense. It comes with this little applicator, and then I just do it underneath my eyes like this. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about for the last video of the year, I know it's really unpopular, I talk about this a lot, but the more and more I see over on Instagram, just girls talking about how they're doing all of these things to their face, and I don't know, I feel like I'm always on the fence of being neutral, like you can do whatever you want to do, but I do feel like I need to make a kind of a statement for myself on how I feel about seeing girls in their 20s, like their late 20s, talking about how they inject Botox in the most bizarre areas because they're not happy with, here's two spots that I thought was just so strange. So this one girl with her chin, like if you make, she was making these like really weird face where this like all dimples. I'm like, but that's natural because your face has to move in order to make expressions. She's like, oh, I get Botox here, so I get rid of that. And then she's like, oh, I get Botox underneath my nose because my nose droops down, or, you know, I want it to be higher. I just feel we're missing out on the beauty of our faces. Does that resonate with you? Like, I just think we're altering so many things for what reason? Like, where did that come from for her? Like, where she's doing it in 70,000 places, but these bizarre places, like underneath the nose and like on the chin, like that is, I felt so disconnected from this creator where I was thinking to myself, why do you want to look so, why do you want to erase what you naturally do? Like, this is natural face. This is like your face has to move, to chew, to talk, to do all these things. I just feel that I keep seeing so many girls altering that it becomes this normal. This is just normal. This is what we do. We're just so kind of just mind altered to accept that, when I feel like we need to see more creators, mature creators, talking about individuality, their faces being beautiful, different, interesting. Yes, we all want to work on pigmentation, and forget that. I'm talking about just living your life and being happy about just being alive, and stop changing everything. I'm not even going to give a caveat of, well, if you want to, forget it. This is getting a little out of hand, at least for me, in my platform of what I like to really encourage you to do is own your face. I mean, think about it. I saw this video the other day. It was called The Same Face, or it was called Same Face. Like, everyone's getting the same face. It's bizarre. No one can tell anyone, like these celebrities, you can't tell them apart. They all look the same. I don't know what they're doing, but they're all looking the same. It was talking about too, where we used to have like Laura Hutton. She had this gap between her tooth or her teeth. Like, that's interesting. Like, there's the freckles. Like, people now are painting freckles on their face. I mean, there's so much expression and interesting things about women's faces. I just could go on and on about it, but I just feel that we need more creators in 2025 pushing out that it's natural and normal to have different features, and you don't have to inject something to get rid of everything, and everything has to be 100% smooth. I know I'm unpopular for saying this and unpopular for thinking this or promoting it, because it's not money. I'm not promoting going to the plastic or the derm or whatever and doing it. I'm sure that's really not popular with that whole community, but I want to see women's faces that are unique and interesting. And I think that the reason why I switched my thought process is because I used to think about, because I did Botox, I did the filler, the stories all over my Instagram and why I started it, why it was my only alternative with what I was dealing with in my orbital socket here. You can go to many videos. I did just search in my library of plastic surgery. So I used to hate these crow's feet here when I would smile. That was like my big thing. And then the more women that I had on my Fierce Aging series, and I'm up close to their faces, and they're natural, and not all of my ladies are. Some have had plastic surgery. I don't care. The more I saw these women and their wrinkles and their stories and who they were, and how I love seeing a natural face, it made me change how I viewed my face. So that's what I'm saying. So seeing examples, seeing women that are older than you, embracing their aging, embracing it. I'm not saying not doing anything. Do skincare, do your workout. Like, all of that stuff doesn't even need to be said. What has to be said is that if we start eradicating natural faces, wrinkles, and everything that happens as we age, what are we going to be left with? Same face. We all look the same. We all look like we have like no expression. I mean, I think that's really weird and creepy. And so I changed when I saw the beauty of their faces. And I thought, it was so interesting how I went from one side to another. Wrinkles are bad. That makes you look older. Oh, it doesn't look good. To, wow, it's so beautiful. It's so natural. It's so less pressure to think I got to get rid of. It was almost like when I had gray hair, I had black hair, and then I had the gray hair. I was so stressed every 2 weeks where I was like, I just got to dye. Like, why do I have so much gray hair? Gray hair all around, gray hair. And then when I finally just said, forget it, I can't keep up, it was like a relief. I was like so less stressed. I didn't even think about it. And it's just that kind of mentality. I just wish that we get more of it in 2025, of women showing up on their channels, encouraging other women to be individuals and not look like everybody else. That's what I wish for 2025 in the beauty space, to really love yourself. And we'll get into the books that I've been reading that I think that are great recommendations. But that's just how I feel. I feel that way. I feel really taxed seeing all of this unnatural, like unnatural is being celebrated. And I just think it's just we're spiraling right now when it comes to beauty and just being who you are and loving that. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. But that's what my channel is all about. So if you are into that, then I look forward to seeing you in 2025. So let's get a little, when I get on the topic of age and women and beauty and wrinkles and celebrating your age and just loving yourself, we get a little wordy. We get a little dragging it on. Now I'm going to take a little creamy concealer in light, and I'm going to just go right over that, just like this, and work it in. So the books that I've read this year, I read The Messy Truth, which is very interesting. I was thinking, was it that this year? But that was in the spring. And that was about the creator of the Blow Dry Bar. And then I read Ina Gardner's book, Be Prepared When Luck Happens. I think that's the title of it. It was really good. I enjoyed reading her book. Very interesting to know how she created the Barefoot Contessa and just everything about it. It was very interesting, very raw, very real. I like that. I have 5% left in The Mountain Is You. I can't recommend that book enough. I actually feel like I need to read it again because it's just so much great content. So The Mountain Is You is really, if you want to set goals, break bad habits, really have the raw deal and not be sugarcoating anything, and this is a great book to read. And then there's another book, I Love Me More. That's one that I'm reading right now. Very interesting for women that feel that they mix being selfish and narcissism with loving yourself. It's been a really interesting read. And then what was the other book? There was another book Metabolical. That is such a great book written by a doctor. It's about everything. He didn't write it until he retired for obvious reasons, but Metabolical, I'll list all of the ones I'm referring to, so you'll see them below the description box. But really, this Kindle has changed my reading game. So that's something that I've done. I'm going to be using my light BB cream. I'm going to just buff this on my skin. 2025 for me is really about habits. That's something that I'm concentrating on. I really need to have different habits when it comes to like morning routine and just all the things that I just want to have a different year than I did this year when it comes to goals. I feel like I was climbing that roller coaster with developing my line, doing the house, doing the warehouse, and then I was on the downside from all of 2024 because I built, and I hit all these goals, and then I was on the, it's kind of like now, like what am I doing kind of thing. So I've regrouped, and I have lots of different goals for 2025, and I'm just really excited about doing new things, I actually just booked tennis lessons, so I'm going to be doing other things that I haven't done because I need to get out, I need to interact, I need to work on my skills, and I think that's a really great thing. I used to play tennis, and then I ended up playing golf in high school, and then golf basically took over, and then now I'm getting back to tennis. So I just told this instructor, I don't know what it's gonna look like at the lesson. Hopefully I won't embarrass anybody, but maybe everything will come back to just my skill level will come back and I won't be super terrible. I'm just using the Classic Beach Glow. I'm just using the middle color just to give me some beautiful color to my skin. Now, my eyes, can you believe it? You know what? Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm going to use my eye primer. I could have done this first. I'm gonna use my eye primer. I don't know where is it here? I gotta find my angled concealer brush. I can't find the angled concealer brush, so we're going to go over it with the foundation buffing brush. I usually do this when I'm in a pinch. Now that I have applied, and I'm not going to be doing any eyeshadow, I do need to put on a powder to set this. So this is my Nikita Banana. I'm just going to dust the top so it sets my eye primer. And what I'm going to do is we'll curl the lashes, and then we're going to get into this really, I mean, this is, I don't know how they can do, I don't know how they could create anything that will top this amazing lash extension. I just don't know. I mean, it's already pre-glued. So there's no glue, there's no nothing. You take it out of here and then you put it underneath your lashes. Like, it's not normal. I'm taking my Volume Up mascara and I'm going to coat just one coat, not too much. You could put an eyeshadow on if you wanted to, but I just want to concentrate on the lashes. Let me do some Cameo before I do the lashes. I'd love to hear if you have, any new goals, or are you doing a vision board this year? I always do my vision board on New Year's Eve. So that has been my tradition. I know we're not big New Year's Eve going out kind of people. I never have been. So I am doing my vision board. I do this whole thing, champagne, and we usually do maybe stone crabs. We stay home, and I love doing like the reset. And I've been doing a vision board since 1998, which is very interesting. And I would love to know, do you have any new hobbies, habits, things that you're working on, things that you want to do different in 2025 than you did in 2024? Leave them in the comments below. I always learn from you when you leave comments. It's really great. You have great recommendations. You're doing amazing things, and I love to hear, and everybody else can learn also. So here we go. Oh, you know what? I don't have any lipstick on. I don't think I have my Nick Ray, so we're going to have to go out on a limb and do a little rose lip balm first. And then I'm going to do Actually I Can. And you know what? It's probably a good motto. This is called Actually I Can. This is a good motto for 2025. It's a really beautiful pink, not too bright. Perfect. So here we go. Press on. Pre-glued under lash extensions. No glue needed. One easy step. Beginner friendly all day wear. Well, I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I got 4 days out of them. And I have the naked ones, and then it says naked soft volume and naked natural. I don't know. Soft volume seems to be not as dense, but let's just use the ones I already have open. So it comes with this little plastic, kind of, I don't think this is very useful, to be honest with you. This will push them up, like place them when you're when you put them on underneath. But this is not the right tool. I have this from Lashify. It's another company that their lashes are obviously much more softer, wispier, natural looking, but they're more expensive. They're a lot more expensive, but this is from Lashify that I've done before. This is metal, and it basically will hold your whole eye where you crimp down. So you're pushing the lashes together on your lashes. So we'll use that. I do find it hard to pick them up with this plastic, so I'm moving over to my tweezers that are just basically your regular tweezers. So I'm taking one out just like this. I'm going to get an up-close mirror so I can actually see. And what you do is you go underneath the eye. You don't go on top like you normally do. So they have ones for the inner corner that are specifically for the inner corner. And so what I do is I go underneath like this, and it goes to the base. And did you see that? You go to the base and then you just leave it, and then it's there. I mean, I will crimp down on them in a minute. They have different sizes. So it says specially designed inners. So inner, I just put one, and then we have a 10 millimeter, 2 rows of those, 2 rows of 12 millimeters and 1 row of 14. So basically it depends on how you want to design your lash line. That's what we did when I was doing it in the treatment room. I would taper it down, and then I would go usually where your eyebrow arches, I would do the longest so it really pulled out the eye, and then I taper it down at the bottom or at the end. This is like magic. So I'm just going to go to the next one, and I pull it off from the top of the lash because I feel like I don't want to get this on the glue because it'll stick to my tweezer. So I just take the top again of the lashes. I'm just holding the lash, and then I will look underneath and I place it at the base of my lash. That is it. It is, I cannot believe this. I can't believe that, I mean, it's obviously different than what I did, you know, in the treatment room, but I mean, it is amazing. It's just amazing to me. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna go into the 12s. And I'm thinking, like, if you don't even have to have a special event. Forget special events. Do it for yourself. You are special. And if you want to feel good and you don't want to wear a lot of makeup and you want to look different, I think I'm just going to stick with the 12s. I'm not going to go to the 14. Let's do one more 12, and then I'll come down and do a 10 at the end. I mean, are we feeling this? I mean, do you see? I mean, and it's not because I've done this before. It's literally, I mean, it is, I am so taken back that there's no glue. I mean, I'm still like, why am I so flabbergasted by this? Why? So this is what I do. So I have these metal guys, and I just come in, and then I can squeeze down, and it just, you know, melts them together. Now, if you don't have that, don't worry. Just go like this, and you just squeeze down so they're like really adhered to your lashes. So it doesn't look like they're false lashes. There's nothing heavy on them. The only thing is I could see them a little bit because their lashes are underneath, and then you forget about them. And then you just have these like gorgeous lashes, fuller, thicker. I'm gonna have to try them on the Fierce Aging ladies, but they're just incredible. You can layer them too a little bit more. Like I feel like I could do, should I try the 14 in like that little sparse area? Let's try it. It might be too long, but I'm willing to try it. So right here, I'm gonna just layer on top. Ah, perfect. This is just incredible. They don't feel heavy. They don't feel like anything. When I woke up in the morning, I did it on purpose to see if they were going to be all over the place and whatever, and they were not. Now, when I took them off, I used my Estee Lauder balm. It's an evening balm cleanser, and I just wiped everything down on my face. I just put it away, wiped it. So then you want an oil, it's going to break down whatever this little adhesive is. It's just kind of like a rubber cement kind of adhesive, so it's not hard, it doesn't damage your lashes. If you pull them off, yes, you probably will pull off a lash or two. So that's why you want to use a balm or use an oil-based eye makeup remover. I had Natura Base. I used that as my waterproof eye makeup remover. Let me just show you the two I used. I am quite chatty today. I haven't seen you in a bit. I've missed, I think my last week I missed. So I love talking with you, and we just keep going on, right? Luckily, we're not in the closet today. So this is the Estee Lauder. It's called Advanced Night Cleansing Balm. I recently bought this. I got this in November. I wanted to try it out. So it's really a beautiful balm. I really enjoy it. I love balms, as you know, so I'm always trying new ones. And then this is the Natura Base. This is a comforting cleanser for eye and lip areas. So you can see, you basically will shake it, and I put it on a cotton round, which is my Shiseido. And then I just make sure I do the balm first, And then any residual left over, I'm just taking it with the cotton round. So I'm really gentle on my lashes. So nothing's happening with my lashes. But you can design whatever you want to with this. I just feel so, I mean, it's just so beautiful. You don't need to have any eyeshadow or eyeliner or anything if you don't want to. Oh my gosh. Hopefully we can not have that in 2025, these zits. So I'm gonna do the other eye and meet you back. Okay, so the important thing is to taper down at the end. So I'm out of my 10, so I have to open up the new package. So I'm gonna do that and then add the 10 at the very end, because you don't wanna have a long, it always hits everything. I also put my glasses on with these and they do not hit my glasses. These are short, which is great. Anytime, those are the most popular sizes that I would do are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I did have certain clients that wanted to go up to 14 and even 15, but those are more of my dolphin cheerleaders and more performance clients. So I usually, this was basically where, this was great. When I saw that they were 8 millimeters to 12, and then I had the 14s on that one, I was like, these will be perfect. So the nice thing is you can layer over these. You can go as heavy as you want. I'm going to, the left eye is a little bit harder for me because I'm right-handed. So going to that left side, but there we go. You got these beautiful lashes that are gonna last you. You take care of them. I mean, I wore them. You probably should not put mascara on if you're gonna wear them for multiple days, but I felt like it had more sticking power, so that's what I did. So this is, you're gonna freak when you do it yourself. You're gonna see how easy it is. There's no tricks. There's no, I'm not doing anything. The best is that you forget that you don't need to wipe it through glue. That is the best feeling. It's like, oh my gosh, we took out the hardest part, putting glue on lashes. So I'm gonna just take my hair down. So my hair is thrilled, it's clean. I actually washed it 3 times. I did Kerastase Ultime first, then I went in with my purple shampoo from Fido, then I washed it again with my Ultime. I mean, it was that dirty. And then I put on the Ultime hair mask and let that sit while I shave my legs. And then I'm always multitasking and in the shower. And then I did my normal blowout, my Velcro curlers, and then we're back to normal. So I hope that you will try something like this that is such a no-brainer. You're going to see how it elevates your makeup, your mood, your everything. It's just really incredible. I don't know why I'm so impressed with this, because I think it's because there's no glue and they're underneath, so they really look natural. So I want to thank you for being with me here this year. If you're new in 2024 and you found my channel, I will be celebrating in February of 2025 15 years on YouTube. I mean, it's just incredible. 15 years of making content. It's just, I love it because I love teaching. I love seeing you in the comments. I love just our community that we have built. And I just, so much about beauty, fashion, wellness that really, as a mature woman, needs to be talked about. And I have a little bit of a different take, as we talked about in the beginning of the video, on how I view aging. I know it's a little bit different than most people. I think that you can make it what you want it to be. And I think that starts with your attitude, starts with your habits, starts with what your goals are. I mean, there's so many things that you can do to make your life incredible that you are in control of. And I just really wish for you a really beautiful, safe new year. I'm really excited. Now, I do have a new YouTube schedule, which is going to be Tuesday uploads at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and Fridays. So I'm going from Mondays and Thursdays to Tuesdays and Fridays. So that'll be exciting. I'm just working on a bunch of different things. I'm going to come back to you in 2025 and let you know about all my new exciting projects with Nikol Beauty, my cosmetic line, all the things that we've been working on. And it's going to be really, really incredible. And I think that you're really going to enjoy some of these different programs and different offerings that we're going to have. So I wish you a wonderful, happy new year. Stay beautiful, stay confident, stay doing what you're doing and just getting better each and every day. Until my next video, I'll see you later.